Hello, YouTubers. It's the Anonymous Reality TV blogger. Hope you guys are having an amazing Monday. Today I'm going to review The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 6 Reunion Sneak Peek. So a couple days ago, I reviewed the actual first trailer that was like 2.5 minutes or so, kind of breaking down some of the highlights of what was included with that, as well as some of the sound clips of Nicki Minaj and everything else and some of her questioning. Well, earlier, there was a sneak peek that came out that focuses in on Giselle and Jamal Bryant once again, and it's just full of laughs. It's only like about 1.5 minute, 45 seconds or so, but it is just TV gold because Wendy's doing like this gangstaline and has like this excellent memory. Karen's throwing shade at the whole situation, and so Andy kind of digs in. He's trying to sort out the timeline, if Giselle and Jamal are still together or not. And, basically said that they taped the reunion of season 5 a year ago, so back in November of 2020, and wanted to know basically what was the aftermath of that reunion, because in December, Jamal did an interview as a response to Bindergate, basically saying he's single. And so Giselle tried to play it off and say, well, I didn't interpret it as he was trying to say that he was single, but, that he wasn't locked down. And I was like, oh, no, here we go. And so, Andy was trying to figure out when they actually broke up. And Karen chimes in and she's like, oh, the next day. And it was just hilarious. And Giselle couldn't keep it straight in terms of when they actually broke up. I think it was December. She's trying to say January-ish, but that doesn't make any sense because December, he basically said that they were done. And, as a response to Bindergate. And then also, it's funny because Wendy basically had questions about the timeline as well, and basically is trying to imply that she was just with Jamal for the show and that it wasn't really legit. And then Andy references Monique's Bindergate from last season. Shout out to Bindergate. And Giselle tries to play it off that the contents in Bindergate were things that she already knew, that things her and Jamal had discussed, but they weren't things that she already knew and discussed because she acted like she didn't know what Monique was talking about and that Monique was spreading fake news last season until she confirmed that it was Jamal's number. So I feel like with Giselle moving forward, and this is why she should have never gotten back with Jamal in the first place, because all of his dirt is out there and easy to fact check and verify, because a lot of his mistresses and other people have always come out and talked and provided receipts on what actually went down with Jamal. So I don't understand why Giselle, even if it was for a storyline, would even involve herself with Jamal romantically, just to put up an image for a reality show. Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. And then she tried to downplay the seriousness of her relationship because Andy basically thought it was like a committed relationship of some sort. And so now Giselle is saying, oh, well, it's just casual. And then she almost slipped up and says that we were dating other people. But then she stopped herself and tried to make it seem like, it wasn't like that. And Andy's like, so it wasn't monogamous. And so Giselle said no. And so Karen was like, so you knowingly went into this as being the other woman. And I just lost it. I fell out because I was like, this is bad. This is very bad. And allegedly there's another clip. And I guess we'll have to see in part 1 of the reunion if it comes out or not, that allegedly Giselle finally does confirm that maybe Jamal and Phaedra actually had a thing and he really was Mr. Chocolate, because in the past it kept being denied. So I just don't know. Like, my whole thoughts on the matter is hopefully Giselle has learned her lesson that, number one, don't come for other people's relationships and marriages unless you don't want it to come back on you and have things happen to you, like this tax issue, like somebody cheating on you, like all these bad things that have happened where she has kind of inserted herself in other people's marriages. The blowback on her personal life has just been tenfold. So I'm hoping she learns. I do know that Bravo likes her because they like that she can mess things up up and stir the pot and everything else, but it's like at what cost, And I just hope outside of co-parenting with Jamal, there is no personal situation happening to where she's trying to present him as like potentially somebody she would get remarried to. Because Giselle was even on a radio show on Sirius XM. I want to say it was the Karen Hunter show last year, when promoting the show, and basically saying that, her and Jamal are good, that, and it was just so weird. Like, she was really gassing up this relationship with Jamal, and that it was on the up and up, and that, even after everything he did, that he was like this good man the second time around. And it was just bogus to me. And I'm like, this is not going to end well, and lo and behold, everything just blows up in epic fashion. And even Giselle, she's doing so much double talking. She should have just laid out what the truth actually is, because when she double talks and slips up like this, then it just opens the door for more questions, and it makes it seem like she's either in on the scam or she's trying to cover up something else from getting out. But in attempt to covering it up, you also see another crack with how she trips up in her voice. So it's just a hot mess.com. I cannot wait till the reunion part 1. Again, I really didn't watch too much of the season because I felt for the most part it was pretty boring. But, and I felt that they should have resolved the Monique and Candace situation, whether Monique came back to the show or not, because it just kind of left this, dark cloud over everything in terms of it being unresolved, and then people coming for Karen because they couldn't come for Monique. But really, they're not going to have everybody gang up on Karen all season either, because, they've really tried to make it a point to center the show around the long-term friendship and the frenemy situationship between Giselle and Karen. So it didn't make sense for, Karen to be attacked all season, basically, or questioned all season about the Monique situation, when in fact they need to talk to Monique. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's any more sneak peeks that come up. But I'm living for all of the drama. And unfortunately, Giselle is not going to have a good reunion when it comes to this Jamal stuff, because it's just going to be a disaster, and anything else, and also the Wendy situation as well. So I cannot wait. We have 6 more days to go, but it'll be here soon enough. Let me know your thoughts. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.